Hello and welcome. Welcome to Quilt Conversations Live. I'm Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Order Quilter. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Wilda. Hello, Lori. Hello, Jacqueline. So glad that you're here. Karen, welcome. Wonderful to see you. And Rochelle, how are you? Hello, Sheila. I am happy to be with you today. We are celebrating, can you believe it? 3 years for Quilt Conversations Live. We are starting year number 4. This is our starting month. February was when it first began in 2021. So 21, 22, 23, 3 years. Quilt Conversations Live in part is sponsored by Clover, Clover Needlecraft. They make sewing, quilting, and crafting supplies that we love. And the featured product is something that you'll be surprised because I usually don't do applique, but we always try something new, right? So I tried something new. I have now this Burnett sewing and embroidery machine. So I'm dipping my toe in embroidery. I'm learning about embroidery and I love sashiko, but I'm not a fan of handwork. That's why I don't do much applique. So the machine has sashiko designs. And look what I made. I made this. Can you see that? Let me go to the overhead camera. Let me show you. Hello, hello. Who's here? Hello, Denise. So glad that you're here. Welcome. Let's go to the overhead. So, the featured product is Wonder Fuse. It turns any fabric into fusible fabric. So, it's great for applique. And I thought, well, I want to make some patches with my embroidery machine. I love sashiko. And I want to put some sashiko design on a patch that I can fuse and stitch to a denim jacket. So this is one that I made, and the Wonder Fuse is on the back. So I can now press this anywhere on the jacket and then stitch it to the jacket. This was number 2. This was the first one. It has a little bit of cut work in it. So it's open right here. What do you ladies think? Isn't that fun? I love trying new things. So this is new to me. I'm going to make several and I'll let you know how it goes. All right. So over 100 shows. It's really over 100. Give or take 5 or 10. So, a couple of announcements. Let's see who else is here. Loretta is here. Welcome. Yes, 100th birthday. Yeah, thank you. It's actually, I didn't do an accurate count because there were other live shows that I did. So, it's over 100 for Quilt Conversations Live, but there have been many more, okay? Maybe 150, I think, since I began in 2021. But for us, we've been together for 100 shows. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. So glad you all are here. Hey, Wilda. Oh, there goes Rose. Hey, Rose. Thank you. Well, you know, we like to have markers in our life, right? Things that we want to look at and say, this is a milestone. So I consider it a milestone that we did together. It's all about us. Otherwise, I would just be here by myself, right? You love the patches. Thank you, Rose. Yay. I love them too. Isn't that neat? So I'm going to make more and I'll share more as I make them. And someone else is here from Virginia. Hello, Beth. Welcome. So glad that you're here. Oh, you love Sashiko too, Rochelle? Yay, another Sashiko fan. So, there's a couple of things that I wanted to share with you, but I bet you want to see the community quilt show. Who wants to see the community quilt show before I start to share a couple of stories with you? I have a few stories to share with you, but I think you want to see the community quilt show. I went through all of my photos, right? The ones that you submitted to me for courses that you're taking and other things that we did in the past 3 years, put them all together in a little slideshow. So the slideshow, the quilt will have your name flash in front. And so when you see your quilt, let other ladies know in the chat. Say, hey, that's my quilt. If you gave the quilt a name or you gave the quilt to someone, let us know the name of the quilt or who you gave the quilt to. We would love to know more about your quilt so you know what's going to happen. There's going to be some oohs and ahs, right? As people look at your quilts and admire them. And ladies, remember, we are all on our own individual journey. Think about when you see this quilt, where you were when you were making it and how far you have come, where you are today. And then what is next for you? What's the next quilt? What's the next technique? Okay, let's see what's happening in the chat. Happy, thank you, Lori. Now, the other comment or announcement I wanted to make is many of you ladies know Lori. Lori found me. This is part of our history. I was live on Amazon and I was talking about sewing and quilting tools, and Lori was watching me. I mentioned the YouTube Quilt Conversations Live, and she came on over, but she was watching for like a month before she came and started talking in the chat. And I had at the time on YouTube a chat moderator who we all love and miss, Carol. She warmly welcomed, everyone did, welcomed Lori to Quilt Conversations Live. And she has been around ever since. She's taken a couple of courses with me, my online courses, and she is a natural. I noticed this. She is naturally a greeter and a person who welcomes people with open arms. So today is Lori's first day as an official moderator in the YouTube chat. What does that mean? That means she's there to help keep us safe in the chat. Meaning, if someone comes in and starts to spam the chat or put in unwelcome comments, she is there to remove those. She's there to abide by the YouTube chat. What do you call that? YouTube community guidelines. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of Quilt Conversations Live in this new way. She's also there to do what she's already been doing, and that is to greet you ladies who are new, who always come, to encourage us to chat with one another. Hello, Gary. So glad that you're here. Lori is a great cheerleader. Exactly. Sounds creepy, but true. Wow. That's right. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Yes. Congrats to Lori. See, everyone already knows, Lori, that you are a natural at this, and I noticed, and they noticed. So now it's official. So if you see anything that Lori or I miss in the chat, just let her know. She will take care of it. The other thing that Lori will do is that when I mention different resources and you want to know where to find it, Lori will put a link in the YouTube chat. Okay? She can do that now that she's official. So Are you ready? I bet you're ready for the community slideshow, quilt show. All right, you ready? I need to know. Let me know. Is it a yes? Is it let's see those quilts now? And remember to do what you always do. Encourage one another in our quilting journey. Okay? Gary, they want to know if you're a quilter. Is Gary a quilter? I don't know. He's been here before. He comes in once in a while. I think he mentioned that maybe one day he might sew. Sewing is not regulated or quilting to women only. So Karen says, yes, quilt show. Let's do it, says Rochelle. I want to see all the greatness. All right. There is a lot of history, Gary. Yes, indeed. All right. So I see Wilda says, go for it. All right. Here we go. We're going to go for it. Remember, soon as you see yours come up, let others know the name of the quilt, or if you gave it as a gift to someone, if you see your quilt, or maybe you didn't gift it, maybe you learned something in it to celebrate. Was it a milestone? Just like we're celebrating a milestone for us being together for 3 years, celebrate your milestone in the quilt, what you learned. Here we go. All right, Rochelle. Beautiful. This is the first one, Rochelle. So we're going to see a combination of quilts, practice quilts. This is a, looks like practice with quilt as you go. Here's Carol's quilt. This is from way back in the beginning. Carol was our uh, moderator for YouTube. And here's Lori. Lori in Hawaii, her beautiful quilt. Let us know. I'm going to start putting up comments. Rose says beautiful. We have gorgeous. Rochelle says testing my memory. Yeah. Yay for Cassidy's quilt. And Linda. Linda was from way back in the beginning. Yes, Linda, we miss you if you're watching the replay. And Lois. Lois was also way back in the beginning. She pops in every once in a while. Yes, gorgeous work, right? And let me know if you want me to replay or stop so you can admire for a long time. The video is about 3 minutes long. Yay! Lots of ideas, says Karen. Beautiful work, ladies. Here's Monica. Monica again. Yes, 3 years, lots of quilts, right? So here is Sherry. Sherry usually joins us every now and then. She was there in the very beginning. She made this quilt, I think, for her son, if she's not here. And Sherry also was learning more ruler quilting techniques, and this is one of her whole cloths. Yes, and there's Sherry again. We miss you, Sherry. All right. Look at all the accomplishments. Yes, exactly. Pamela is a new student, new in the free motion quilting class, the alphabet design class. Fantastic, Pamela. And here's Sheila, my neighbor in Virginia. Sheila has been around a long time. Thank you, Sheila. It's been wonderful to see your progress in quilting. Beautiful, beautiful ladies. Yes, wow. Hey, there's applique. Beautiful. Beautiful work is right. Another beautiful piece by Sheila. Gary says mercy. Yes, gorgeous. And many of you are in the 10 steps to stress free machine quilting, and you're submitting your work. And this is Denise's work. And Catherine. Catherine is someone from the very beginning, amazing quilter. She shared so many beautiful pieces. And this is from the alphabet course. These are her original designs that she stitched as a result of taking the alphabet course. Catherine is maybe asleep. I think she's in Australia. And here's Terry's work. Terry, yes, Terry is one of our student spotlights. You can learn more about Terry on my website. Go to Student Spotlights. Terry was afraid of free motion quilting 3 years ago. Look at that. Isn't it fabulous? I want to run back to my sewing room. I like that, Karen. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. All right, now we're back at the beginning. I'm going to come back for a moment. Let me know if you want me to run through that again. I know it went by pretty quickly. I'd be happy to do that, and we can pause if any of you want to share some key things about your quilt. I think that's important to do because your experience will help someone else. Terry and Dina cut from the same bolt. I like that, Wilda. Bravo. Yes, bravo is right. Sheila says that it was a fun challenge. Quilt number 2 was applique. Free motion quilting gifted to the church. Fabulous. All right. Every bit was great. Yes, Rochelle, every bit. And Gary says, outstanding. He says they were outstanding, and that is true. So maybe I'll run through it again before we end our time. Would you like to do that? I think it might be story time. What do you think? You ladies say that you like my stories. You like my stories. I have a story to tell. I have a story to tell. Let me know. Let's see. Every bit. Just looking through the comments to see if I missed anything. Yes, beautiful stitch work. Says Rose. Lots of ideas. Says Karen. So Rochelle says the biggest lesson that she's learned in the past years is to start or you'll never finish. I like that. I love that, Rochelle. That is true. You'll never finish if you don't start. So Wilda says, yes, tell us a story. Tell us a story. All right. Wonderful Quilt says, sewn so. Thank you for being here. Lori says, do it again. I'll do the show again just before we end. And so now during that time, you can think about perhaps something you might want to share, a lesson learned in the past 3 years. Yes, enjoyed all the hard work. Rose says, do tell. All right. All right. So here's a story. As you know, I was a professional photographer for many years, and I traveled the world, and I've been to many countries, many, many, many. I'm going to list them, so pay attention. Canada, Mexico, Guatemala, Egypt, Israel, South Africa, Kenya, Jordan, Iraq, Albania, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, the Philippines, Laos, England, Austria, India, and United Arab Emirates. Did you catch all those? Did you catch all those? I need to repeat them because I'm going to ask you a question after that. So I've been to India, Austria, United Arab Emirates, Philippines, England, Laos, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Albania, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, Guatemala, Mexico, and Canada. So I've been to all of those countries. But some of those countries have something in common. One, two of those countries, no, three. Three of those countries, I think it's three, have something in common. What do they have in common? Before I tell you, I want to share with you a story from Kenya. I was in Kenya, and many of those countries, when I would go there, oh, I also forgot, I've been to Haiti as well. When I would go to some countries, they would look at me, Haiti in particular, Kenya in particular, they would think that I was from that country. And then as soon as I opened my American mouth, they knew I was a foreigner. Yes. Yes. Never wanted to travel. You're a homebody. Okay. I love the destination more than the traveling. I love other cultures. I love to learn about other cultures. So I was in Kenya and I traveled several places. Nairobi, I went to the south, and in the south, we did a medical clinic. It was a team of us, and one of the ladies there found out that I was not from Kenya. She wanted to know where I was from. And they told her from America, from the United States. And she said, "Are there more people who look like me in the United States?" I was very surprised at that question. But this was a rural area, so perhaps she had not had a television, who knows? But that's one thing I encountered. The next thing that happened, we were in Nairobi. We in one area, and this little boy named Samuel started to talk to me in Swahili, and I didn't respond. I didn't know what he was saying, and he spoke to someone that was with us and said, "Why won't she talk to me?" And they said, "Because she's American. She's not Kenyan." And she he couldn't understand it, just like the lady in the South couldn't understand that I wasn't Kenyan and what country was I from. Because everywhere I went in Kenya, they thought I was Kenyan. Finally, I asked one of the Kenyans who was in the group, who was giving us a tour, "Why do they think I'm Kenyan?" And he said, "It's because you look like someone from a specific tribe." I thought, really? I mean, well, how many tribes are there? He says, "Well, there are 42 different tribes in Kenya." I said, 42 distinct? He says, "Yes." I'm like, okay. So they thought I was from a specific tribe, the Luo tribe. They thought I was from the Luo tribe. So I thought that was quite interesting. So every time someone who will come to me and say, "Are you Kenyan?" and I'd say no, and I said, "Well, why would you think that?" Over and over, they would say, "Because you look Luo. You look like you are from this Luo tribe." Now we're up north, and I learned that there's an artist who makes ceramic busts of the male and the female of each tribe. He'll make the shoulders and the head and whatever uh, headdress or decor or fashion they wore from that tribe. Hey, Bonita, so glad that you're here. So we were there long enough for this artist to make me two head busts, shoulder and head, with the beads that they wear during a celebration. So I want to show that to you. Let's go to the overhead camera. So here they are. This is the male, and it's the Luo tribe, and the artist signed it for me in the back. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. It was in 2003. He etched his name, he signed it, and 2003. This is the male from the Luo tribe during a celebration, what he would wear. And this is the female, the woman, that they said I looked like someone from the Luo tribe, handmade by an artist in Kenya. And again, it's signed in the back with the date, with the artist's name. I think you can see a little bit better here. Luo Lady. See the artist's name and the date, August 2003, Kenya. And the beads are real. These are real beads that he put on. Special. I was pleased to be able to have these made for me and that they survived the trip back home. Amazing. All right, so that was one experience that I had overseas. Another experience I had in all of those countries, two of those countries, I think there was a third one, but I can't remember. I celebrated my birthday. In one of those twice. Once in, can you guess which countries? Two, one here close to the US and one overseas. Amazing. Yes, amazing gift. I did pay for these. I was happy to pay the artist for his hard work. Right? It's a special gift to have that, to know that every person in Kenya said, "You look like you're from the Luo tribe," and then find out there's an artist who can make me something like that. They are beautiful. Special memory, special treasure. Is so true, Wilda. So you never know what's going to happen when you travel. So because I traveled so much, I end up celebrating my birthday in several countries. And one was Mexico. I was there by myself. I was a photographer. I was on assignment. And I was staying at this beautiful, so it was Mexico twice. Once was by myself, and once was with a reporter from the LA Times. And we were traveling to all the luxury hotels in the south of Mexico. So I stayed at this hotel room that was on a cliff by the sea, and my entire wall was glass where I could see the ocean. It was amazing. Okay, that was one birthday. But the other birthday story I want to share with you happened when I was in Iraq. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because we like to look at and remember different milestones. Did my internet freeze? Did yours freeze? Nope. Okay. All right. Did the slideshow freeze at any time? I was just checking my tech stuff and it looks like there was a problem. I'm just double checking. Okay. I have not done the ancestry test. No. No. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. No issues here. Okay, good. Because remember, I do this all by myself. So I'm always double checking to make sure everything is working. Thank you. Still here. Wonderful. So I celebrated my birthday in Iraq and I completely forgot. I was in Iraq for 2 weeks. I was there with a group of people. We went there to encourage some friends there during a very difficult time. And one of the things that happens every year, or did happen every year for my birthday, is that my mother would call me at the hour and minute that I was born every single birthday. I know my phone would ring at that time and she would call me and say happy birthday. So I'm in Iraq and I'm thinking, oh no, my mom is going to try and call me and I won't answer. And I didn't tell her I was going to Iraq. I didn't tell her because she was always afraid when I traveled. She always was afraid something would happen to me. And during that visit to Iraq, it wasn't necessarily a safe time to visit. So I didn't want to worry her. I only told one person. I told my brother. And I didn't tell her till I came back. But I'm in Iraq and I realized that she's going to call. Then she's going to call my brother and say, hey, what happened? Where is Dina? Oh, that's wonderful. You have a birthday tradition too. That's fabulous. Yes, it is a cliffhanger. So I was with this group of people, beautiful people. We had such an amazing time together. And they learned that it was my birthday. Now, this is the first time I'm meeting them, but I'm staying with them at this conference every single day for 2 weeks straight. We're eating meals together, lunch, lunch and dinner, sometimes breakfast. We are together for 2 weeks. They find out it's my birthday, and everyone, about 50 people, start screaming and yelling, happy birthday. They bring out a cake, they bring me up front, and then one of the guys picks me up and they body wave me through the crowd, singing happy birthday, celebrating my birthday. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever been body waved through a crowd in Iraq. Uh, I know it was an amazing experience. An amazing experience. I just was astonished that they, one, picked me up, two, they could hold me, and then not drop me. Yes, party, party. So, why am I sharing this with you? Right? You never thought that that would happen. Lula says, thankfully, no. You mean you don't want to be body served? It was so much fun. That's because in 2 days, just 2 days, I am going to turn 60. 60 years old. In 2 days, I will be 60, Lord willing, 60 years old. Yes, happy 60th birthday to me. And so I have celebrated my birthday in very interesting ways. Iraq, body surfing. I celebrated my birthday in Mexico by myself and with a colleague. I, of course, with my family. But I turned 60. So this is a celebration, not only for us for Quilt Conversations Live, but this is my birthday month, and I turned 60. Do I look 60? I don't think so. So let me show you a little history. I am a youngster. That's me. Little old me. I was a cute little baby, right? Cute little baby. A mere child. Happy birthday. You're a youngster. Yes, a youngster is true. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you. And that's me when I was a ballerina. This life of mine. Yes. Lori, I am too old for surfing. I do not surf. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Rose. And then that's me when I was a photojournalist. I was out at a football game and one of my colleagues took a photo of me. Yes. You love these glasses. I know. They're pretty cool. They're giving me a headache though. Even though, you can put your finger through them. They're kind of tight around the head. See if I can wear them a little bit longer. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, thank you. And 60 is the new 40, right? Exactly. Exactly. The next thing I want to share with you, let me take these off for a minute. To add to the story, I've been adding different stories to give you kind of a quick little biography, right? Of these 60 years and the opportunities that I've had. And we've been talking about big, right? Big goals, big things that we can do. We only have one life, right? Yes. So, as we move about in this world, whether it's our careers, our life with our family, work, education, we have all kinds of goals and we admire different people. So, as a young photographer, I admired Gordon Parks. How many of you know who Gordon Parks is? Excuse me. Think about the quilters that you admire. You see their work. You saw a beautiful community quilt show just now. You saw some beautiful work. You admire that work, and they become a source of inspiration. You learn about their history. So, as a young photographer, I was inspired by Gordon Parks. Gordon Parks was not only one of the early Life magazine photographers, he also became a filmmaker. He made several films as a director. He also was a poet and wrote poetry and combined his still life photography with poetry, as well as Life magazine photography, where he documented life around the U.S. Multifaceted person. If you have never heard of him, go look him up. Gordon Parks, Phenomenal work. Yes, Mr. Gordon Parks. Once you look him up and you see who he is, you're going to say, "Oh, okay. I kind of remember some of his work. I remember seeing this and learning about this in school, about this history, about that film from yesteryear." Well, I admired his work so much. And as a young photographer, the last time we were together, I told you about the photography that I some of the photography that I did. I had an opportunity as a young photographer because I applied, right? When we think bigger, we say, let me apply, let me try, let me get this pattern, let me get this course because I want to learn this or I want to do that. We go for it. So I applied to be a part of one of the biggest photojournalism seminars, and that is called the Eddie Adams Seminar, Eddie Adams Workshop. Hey, Cassie, so glad that you're here. Hey, Kim, so glad that you're here. Awesome. Ah, thank you, Kim. Thank you for being here. So, Eddie Adams is another big name in photojournalism. He is known for a world famous photo from the Vietnam War. Look him up as well. So many photographers wanted to follow in his footsteps as well as Gordon Parks. Eddie Adams' workshop was a coveted workshop to participate in. I applied and I made it. If you go to the Eddie Adams Workshop website even now and you look up alumni, you will see my name. 1994. 94. How many years ago was that? 1994. 30 years ago, right? I was a young photographer, and when I went, guess who I met? Guess who I met at that Eddie Adams workshop? Guess. Who can guess? Yes, 30 years, Rose. Guess who I met at the Eddie Adams workshop as a young photographer 30 years ago? Because I dared to think big. Because I want you to think that. Hey, thank you. I'm going to show you, and you're going to see I was a total fangirl. Fangirl. I met Gordon Parks. I met Gordon Parks. That's Gordon Parks with his hands raised, and that's me right beside him, all giggly fangirl. Yes. How about that? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just amazing to think? Hey, ladies, you are still babies. That's nice to know. I met Gordon Parks. He reviewed my portfolio. I got pictures with him. Yes. So, we are marking a milestone in our journey in Quilt Conversations Live. And at the same time, I'm looking back as I turn 60 at the amazing opportunities that I've had in my life and the people who I've met. Let's go through our, hey, David, nice to see you here. Thank you, thank you. Ladies, David is an amazing musician. He has a live show. Go check him out. David Hunt. He plays beautiful music every morning live. I think you're still doing that, right, David? I should put it in a book. I know, I should. It was, Rose. It was a treasure and a blessing. And I'm thankful for the photographer who took the photo, Francine Orr. I should say that Francine took the photo of me. And you see, even though I was a photographer, everybody else had cameras in their hands taking pictures of him. But I was just in awe that I didn't even think about taking a photo. But Francine, thank you for taking a picture. Thank you so much. So let's go through our slideshow one more time and think about where you want to go next. We have one life. Oh, you're welcome, Sheila. You're welcome. Think about the things that you want to do. Don't wait. David, are you a quilter too? Don't wait. Carol, we miss you. We can't wait for you to come back. You may remember her as Copper. Her handle on YouTube was Copper. Lori, thank you for being here, for taking the step to join the chat and now moderating. Thank you for being our moderator. Mhm. Yes, I am so thankful for all of you ladies because you encourage me. You encourage me to continue and to see what's next, to not only help me as a quilting teacher, but even to help me as a quilter personally. And I want to continue to be able to help you in your journey as well. And you know, if you were here last time, if you missed it, go back and watch the replay. The last two, we really talked about not New Year's resolutions, we talked about bigger things than that. We talked about what is important, what we want to do next, how we're going to go about it, and really taking time to assess why we quilt. Why do you make quilts? To relax? Is it therapy? Do you like to make quilts to give away? Let's see, I'm missing something. Thank you, Lori. Right. There goes Sherry's work. What's next for you? What is next for you? I am excited to share these, and I want to be able to put another student spotlight on the website. Who is going to be next? As you go through the courses, as you make your quilts and your practice sandwiches and you improve, I want to be able to share your success with everyone, just like we're doing today, and do a student spotlight, because every single time we do that, someone else says, I can do that. I can improve in my free motion quilting. I can learn ruler quilting. Oh, thank you, Carmel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're just joining us, this is our community quilt show. All of these ladies have been attending Quilt Conversations Live. We just marked 3 years of this live show. We're starting year number 4, and I share my stories to encourage you to think not just big in achieving your goals in quilting, but in life overall. Because that's quilting is a part of it, right? Quilting is a part of it. So thank you, everyone, Catherine and Terry and Sherry, for being a part of my quilting journey. Lori and Wilda, Marcia and Bernita, Jacqueline, Rose, all the new ladies, Cassie, Kim, thank you. Kim is a quilter as well. Lorraine, thank you, ladies, for being on this journey with me. So, to celebrate my birthday, I want to give a gift to you. If you have been waiting, I want to encourage you to not wait any longer, to take some of the courses that I have on my website. And one is the Lydia Tote Ruler Quilting course. This is making a tote, but it's all about learning how to use that straight edge ruler. This is a beginner course to help you get started with straight line quilting. The next one is the alphabet course. Many of you are already in it. And for those of you that are in these courses, keep handing in those assignments and finished projects, because when you do, it will be a part of the next quilt community quilt show, the quilt show, right? Let's make that a tradition. I want to have a community quilt show every year. Okay? The next one is the 10 steps. Stress free machine quilting. If you are new and you've never heard of this, go watch the masterclass series we did last fall. It's a preview of all the steps to help you in quilting. Go view that. Now, what is the gift? The gift is, I've never done this before, never ever. This is the first time, and it's only good for 24 hours. All three of those courses are 60% off just for 24 hours. 10 Steps to Stress Free Machine Quilting, the Alphabet course, and the Lydia Tote is also 50%, 60%. Never before. I'm 60. I want to celebrate my birthday by celebrating you to help you go to the next step, to accomplish those quilting goals that you want to accomplish. 60% off. Just put in happy 60th for any of these three courses: Lydia Tote, the Alphabet course, and the 10 steps. It's only good for 24 hours. All right? All right, ladies. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating my birthday. It's actually on Sunday, February 4th. So in 2 days, I will be 60 years old. And I don't look a day over 40. I am a youngster. All right, Jean's here. Always learning. Thank you for being here. Awesome. Super exciting. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anything else? Did I forget anything? Well, I want to remind you that this Quilt Conversations Live, this birthday celebration edition, is sponsored in part by Clover, Clover Needlecraft. Clover makes sewing and quilting tools that we love. And we talked about what? The fusible, the Wonder Fuse, to make any fabric into fusible fabric. Thank you, Clover, for sponsoring Quilt Conversations Live. If this is your first time here, follow my page on Facebook, get updates on regular things. You can sign up for my email list, give the video a thumbs up, and then don't keep it a secret. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends. We are a fun quilting community, and we would love to have you. If you're watching and you didn't join the chat, next time, join the chat. Wilda says, it's been a blast. Okay, David, thanks for stopping in. So glad that you were able to stop by. Take care. I will always be a young whippersnapper to Wilda. All right. Still a teeny bopper. Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much. What's my favorite cake flavor? I love pound cake, streusel cake. Yeah, those are my favorites. Pound cake and streusel cake. Oh, so Cindy would want a link to the classes. Where are you? On YouTube. On YouTube, at the very top of the chat, there's a link. Or Lori can drop the link for the classes. What do you need for the alphabet design course? It's a free motion quilting course. It helps you get started with learning foundational techniques to improve your free motion quilting. Go take a look on the website. I have several videos for all the courses that give you details about what's in the course. And then you can look at the student spotlights. Thank you, Lori. Lori just put the link in. If you're on Facebook and you need the link, let me know. Or you can just go to the Living Water Quilter Facebook page. There's a link to my website on the Facebook page. You're welcome, Diane. You're welcome. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Thank you for the birthday wishes, everyone. Appreciate you. Awesome. I paid off my brother machine. Congratulations, Marsha. All right. All right. All right. I think that's it. Is that it? Let me know. Happy 60th is the code to check out to get the 60% off only for 24 hours. It will end after that and go back to the normal price. All right. You're welcome, Rose. You're welcome. So, start working on those quilts so we can have another community quilt show. Let's make it a tradition. This is the start of a new tradition. And part of the community quilt show means you are participating in one of my courses. You've taken a class with me, like at AQS. If you're new here and you didn't know, I am teaching this coming April at Paducah. I'm teaching spirals and swirls. I'm teaching ruler quilting, several classes to choose from. It's at the end of April in Paducah, Kentucky, Quilt Week with American Quilter Society Quilt Show. So there are a lot of ways that you can connect with me to help you in your machine quilting journey. You can take an online class. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel and watch some of my tutorials there. You can take an in-person class. There's so many ways that you can connect with me to learn. All right. The other thing I just remembered and I wanted you to know is that Studio B is live twice a month, the second and fourth Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. That is where you get to look over my shoulder and watch me as I quilt. I already did one project and it was in the Road to California. It was in a special exhibit and you can watch me quilt that project. Go to the YouTube channel, check that out. If you like it, join me, become a member and join me as I now quilt a big quilt on a sit down. I just started another big quilt and you're going to get a chance to watch me quilt it and learn some tips. All right, Benita, I can't wait to meet you too. Yay. Awesome. Lori just dropped in the link for the Studio B. Looking over my shoulder, you can watch me or you can quilt alongside me. It's an opportunity to learn as I work on a project. Okay. And of course, if you have any questions, just go to my website. All you have to do is go to machinequilting.live. You can send me a message through there. You can see what's available to see what suits your preference and your schedule. On-demand classes are great because you can take them anytime you want. You can come see me in person. I would love to meet you in person. All right, ladies, it is now 8:01. Thank you. I'll see you next time for another Quilt Conversations Live. Thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful weekend. See you in a couple weeks.